The theme for the dinner this evening is Imagine. Throughout our lives, I'm certain that everyone sitting around these tables has had the imagine if moment in your lives. I certainly have. Imagination is powerful, and it means to perceive with thought, with perception and careful consideration. I hope that you will feel this throughout the evening as you hear from the objective teams and their thoughtfulness as they have wrestled with many aspects of our future. As you sit and listen this evening, I want you to imagine 5 or 10 years from now and visualize who will be sitting in these chairs and what our church and congregation would look like then. Are we the healthy church that looks for the next person to draw near, to listen to fresh voices, getting our message out in creative ways, listening for the stirring of God's Spirit, moving more deeply into the lives of young adults, listening to the pain of those suffering within and outside of our congregation, and reaching out as disciples of Jesus Christ? In Genesis 11, God says, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language. And this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible to them." I hope that this is an attitude that we all embrace. We have a wonderful opportunity to embrace our traditions and at the same time make changes, recognize our multiple generations, and imagine what the future of our church will look like. A place of worship, a place of fellowship, a place to hear the gospel, a place of comfort for those hurting, a place to meet God if you feel you are not His child, a place to grow in God's love and grace, and a place of hope. This evening you will hear from the objective teams and the recommendation that they are putting forth to our congregation and to our leadership. The strategic plan will be presented to the session for review next week, and assuming they are comfortable with the recommendations, work will begin with the teams and the committees and the staff. Our goal is to begin the implementation of this plan by the 1st of 2015. Some aspects of it are already underway. At the end of the presentation, we'll have a brief question and answer period. You will notice on the tables there are some index cards. There are different colors on all the tables. What we encourage you to do is if you have a question to write it down, and we'll run around and grab those. We'll get some great athletes over here to help us. And we will go through there and circle because it's very hard for people to stand up and everybody to hear. So we'll search through the questions, and if I like you, we'll answer your questions. Also, in everybody's seats on the table, there were a stack of small documents. Our agenda for this evening, the survey for our Sunday service. There's a survey for your assistance in helping in our objectives moving forward. And we really, really are looking forward to receiving those back from you. This is a great audience to survey. We have about 150 people here, which is phenomenal, so it will give us some good perspective on things. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the top of the list. If you'll see on your agenda, you'll get an opportunity to see who will be talking which way, and what things they'll be covering, and they'll hand it off to the next one, and we're just going to keep on moving right through the evening. And I've asked them not to take questions during their presentation, so we keep everybody moving. I want to thank you again for your presence here this evening, for all that you've done for this church. And again, I want to thank all of you who have helped on this project. Working on this for 5 months now during the summer with all of these teams, a lot of meetings. I think I checked mine the other day. I think I have right at about 2,300 emails that have exchanged between all of us during the summer months. I have 4 binders that are this thick each from all of the stuff that has been exchanged. It's been a labor of love for everybody, so I hope that you'll appreciate the work that you will hear about this evening. There will be things about it that may change over time and things that we may tweak, and we're anxious to hear your feedback. So We will start first this evening with David.